Alright, so welcome to the second video of three-part series where we are going to learn how to create this beautiful looking travel website. So if you haven't watched the first video, I'll place a card somewhere on the top or you can find it in the description box below. So without any further ado, let's get with the tutorial. Alright, so we have selected our frame and let me zoom in into this place, and if I select this rectangle over here and pull it up, you can see the shape of this rectangle. We have got roundings on two edges, but on the other two bottom corner we do not have any rounding. How do we create this rectangle? Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so we select this rectangle like this, and if you see over here we have something called as corner radius, right? If we drag it, you can see it has unanimously rounded all the edges of this particular rectangle. So how do we create this particular rectangle? Why? Because we do not have any rounding on the bottom layer, right? On the bottom edge, right? So how do we create this? It's very simple. All you have to do is you have to go over here on the right. First, let me select the rectangle. Go over here on the right where it says independent corners. Go ahead and click on that, and now you can individually control each and every corner. So for example, if I want to remove the rounding on the bottom left corner, you can see we have removed the rounding, right? And I can do the same if I go over here and remove the rounding from the bottom right corner. Okay, so that is how you create this particular rectangle. I hope you understood this. Let me go ahead and delete this and bring this rectangle back to its original place. Okay, alright. Now let me zoom out a little bit, and we are going to expand this particular frame so that we can further go ahead and design this frame. Let me go ahead and select a rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle from right about here. Okay, about so much. Okay, let me also go ahead and change the color of the fill to a color black. I'm also going to go ahead and give it a drop shadow. Let me select on the spread and increase the spread of the drop shadow. So as you can see over here, keep your eye over here. Okay, as I increase the spread, you can see there's something happening right over here. So it's actually increasing the spread of the drop shadow. Now after that, I'm going to also increase the value of our blur so that it seamlessly blends with our hero section, and this is how it looks. Let me toggle on and off the drop shadow, and this is the effect that we have just created. Wonderful, right? So let me now also go ahead and create three rectangles. A rectangle of size 300 by 600. Let me duplicate two more rectangles of this size. Let me turn on my grid, and I'm going to select all of these three rectangles and clip it to the first column of our grid. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a text. I'm going to type international. Okay, change its size to say 48. Let me align it properly and place it right about here. I'm also going to go ahead and give some corner radius to all of the three rectangles that we have just created to say about so much. Okay, and let's go ahead and add some images on each of these rectangles. So as we have done it earlier, let's go ahead and open the Unsplash. Okay, so I'm going to open the Unsplash, and for the first rectangle, let me search an image from Turkey. And I think I like this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this one, and voila, it's going to upload that image in this particular frame. Okay, let's select our second rectangle, and I will select an image of a Bali. I like this one. Let me go ahead and click on this one. Wonderful. Let's select our third rectangle, and maybe we will search for Thailand. Wonderful. There are some really beautiful images of Thailand. And I'm going to select this one. Wonderful. Let me X out of it. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and let me remove the grid. Okay. We now let's go ahead and add some lorem ipsum text over here. Okay. So to do that, let me select a text box. Let me turn on the grid and see if all our placement is done correctly. I'm going to zoom in, align this properly with the grid. Okay. Yes, wonderful. Alright, so after that, let's create a section for a Google reviews. Okay. This section is going to be for the reviews. Okay. And let me also create some button. I'm just going to simply drag this play button asset over here as well. Okay, so that's going to act like our toggle button. Let me create one more instance of that, and I'm going to horizontally flip this. So this is going to be our review section. Okay, let me remove our grid and let's go ahead and review what we have created so far. Okay, let me first also align this properly and evenly space it. I think it has to go a little towards the top. Okay, all right, that's how it is, right? We can also go ahead and add some lorem ipsum if you want. I'm just going to copy this lorem ipsum. Wonderful. So that's our review section. I'm also going to change the color of this one as well. Okay, wonderful. So this is what we have created so far. Let's go ahead and preview this particular website. Okay, all right, so this is how it looks. There's still a lot of work to be done. We have to work on the refinement, which we will do it in our next video. It's already too long for now. Alright, so that is it from this video. Namaste ji, this is Vish, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.